What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Marshall, along with just Dallas right now. Maybe Donnie will be joining us in a bit. Colin had some work stuff come up the last couple of days, so we tried to push it back as much as possible, but he doesn't look like he's going to be able to join us this week. But it's totally fine. We'll still run our regular program and do everything we do normally, but just be a bit quicker, which is totally fine by us. Week 7 of the NFL season has wrapped up. We are at week 8, which is the big bye weeks. I think there's 6 teams that have a bye week this week. Almost halfway through the season. Next week it'll be halfway through the season. We only have 13 games this week instead of opposed to like last week. I think we had 15. So going to be a little bit of a shorter week, but for picks, Dallas, who has been in the lead, has had a commanding lead. He's up by 4 games. Unfortunately, did not have the week you probably hope.
No, not at all.
Colin, who is not here, he took first place, going 11-4.
Damn.
So he is still 1 game behind you.
Let's go.
You went 8-7.
Oh my gosh, terrible.
And
This is the week Colin is praying for too.
Me and Donnie went 9-6, so we tied for second. We all picked Pittsburgh, and that was a crazy game of the old men, which was a wild game when it shouldn't have been.
Who would have known if you just throw the ball to Jamar Chase 40 times, you do well.
You know, and it's funny too because people were like dissing like, oh man, why can't Joe Burrow do this? I don't think this is like a Joe Burrow thing. I think it's a Zach Taylor thing. I think he just kind of was like, well, I'm just gonna call these plays. And I think when they have Joe Burrow, they try and get fancy with it. But in reality, you're paying these guys. Just let Joe Burrow throw the ball and let him go where he wants to go.
Hopefully this is a reality check when Joe Burrow does come back and they just start slinging the ball.
Exactly. Which the Steelers defense isn't also the best, but I mean, there are bad defenses in there. I feel like the Cincinnati's offense should be good enough to the point where they're gonna have a bad defense, but they at least can make the playoffs with what they've got. So I don't know. It's a weird situation over there in Cincinnati. The international game this week was Rams Jags. You went with the Jags. We all went with the Rams in a kind of a crazy game. Stafford with a record-breaking in international games, most passing touchdowns in an international game, 5 passing touchdowns in the international game. Devontae Adams with 3 of those touchdowns. Philly, Minnesota. I went Minnesota. You guys went Philly. We all went New England. Donnie, for the 3rd week in a row, picks the Jets.
What is wrong with this man?
They lose again. I don't know if he'll ever learn his lesson. Me and you went Miami, and Cleveland boat raced them
That was a very surprising game.
We'll get to kind of what happened in that game in a minute. Chicago, us 3, you, me, and Colin picked Chicago. Donnie picked New Orleans, and Chicago got the win. Kansas City beats the brakes off the Raiders. We all picked Kansas City. Indy Chargers, me and you picked the Chargers, and Indy got the win. Kind of just shows that Indy is that dominant team that
they're just that good.
They are really good. You and Colin picked the Giants in a game they should have won.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely should have won. Me and Donnie picked Denver. You and Colin picked Green Bay. Donnie picked Arizona. We all picked Washington, and Dallas won that game. You and Colin picked Atlanta. Me and Donnie picked San Francisco, and San Francisco got the win. You, me, and Colin picked the Lions. Donnie, the fake fan, he picked the Bucks. And then I picked Houston, and you guys picked Seattle, and Seattle got the win. So trailing back a little bit. Eagles, Minnesota. There really isn't too much to talk about with that game, so we'll get on to some of the bigger games.
I'll say the biggest thing about that game was Jalen Hurts threw the ball, and
he did.
He did really well.
Had a great game throwing the ball. AJ Brown finally getting involved in that offense. Devontae Smith, they both went over 100 yards. I think Devontae had like 160 yards. Saquon kind of still quiet on the year. Not a lot out of Saquon.
I'm not. To be fair though, I wasn't expecting a lot coming off a 2,000 yard season.
It's really hard to back that up, and everyone is putting all this pressure on you. Like, oh man, you got to do even better. It's really hard.
I would say the only negative about is 2.4 yards a carry.
It's not good.
Not the best.
It's not good. And I think there's just a lot of heat on them right now. I saw someone say, is Saquon still a top 10 running back? It's like, yes, he is still a top 10 running back in the football. Is he performing like one? No, but it's like Lamar, like we say, is Lamar top 10? Yeah, he's top 5. But is he playing like one? No, because he's hurt and he wasn't playing like one. Same thing with Joe Burrow. He's still a top 5 quarterback probably in the NFL. New England, Tennessee, we don't really got to get into. Carolina, Jets, nothing really crazy happened. Cleveland, Miami, only really crazy thing is that Tua throws 3 interceptions on the game, gets benched benched for Quinn Ewers, sorry, and Miami just is they. I
In
mean,
shambles. They're
they
in
were
shambles.
they were hitting the help button before, but I think it's even worse now. I would not be surprised. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I would not be surprised if we see Mike McDaniel get canned in a couple weeks, if not
Well,
sooner than that.
I'm seeing a lot of talks that Tua's starting this week.
Okay.
A lot of people are saying that he should be benched for Quinn Ewers, and this
Yep.
man lost his lighting. Okay.
Sorry, I
And-
saw another screen.
And a lot of people think that if he starts Tua and Tua has a game just like this, then he's getting fired.
Probably.
So if Tua is basically playing for that man's job.
Basically. And honestly, at least Ewers, like, I wouldn't be opposed to starting him. Like, I don't feel like, I don't know if we
At
give
this
up
point, why
yet.
not?
Well, I mean, it's not like, I mean, Quinn was a good quarterback at Texas for a little bit, and Arch Manning has come in and he's played awful. So maybe you throw him in there and see how he does at the NFL level, because, you know, sometimes the quarterbacks do better at the NFL level around a different environment.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the offense. That's why Texas is so bad right now, and he just didn't perform at his peak because of how that offense played. But you're in such a crappy spot. I think why not? And if it goes bad, then guess what? You're going to get a good draft pick. So I just throw him in.
Yeah, for sure.
Chicago, New Orleans, nothing crazy to talk about. Kansas City shut out the Raiders. Anything.
Like, we knew they were gonna win, but that was a pretty dominant win. Rasheed Rice made his return. I saw people talking about this man Rasheed Rice like he was coming back from an ACL injury, like he wasn't coming back from a felony. But
I know, and it's funny, like completely off topic. It's well, not off topic completely, but people were dogging this man, Amik Robertson and Terran Arnold. They wore Brian Branch jerseys. Amik wore one after the game, and Terran was wearing one on the sideline before the game. And people were absolutely dogging him and being like, "How are we supporting someone who gets suspended?" Someone posted a picture and they were like, "So we can't support Brian Branch, but we're gonna support Rashid Rice, who almost killed somebody."
yeah,
Like,
because Travis Kelce was wearing a free 4 shirt. Like, come on.
okay, yeah. If he's guilty, you gotta send that man away. Like, but again, like a totally different situation. If Brian Branch almost killed somebody, then yeah, I would be like, okay, let's maybe not support this. But Brian Branch is literally and everyone's saying what he did was a good thing. So I thought that was crazy to say.
This Chiefs Raiders game was so bad. We got a Kenny Pickett sighting.
There was
That's
only
how bad it was.
3 first downs by the Raiders the entire game, is what I read.
That's insane. I think I have the stats.
I think I read 3 or 4 first downs the entire game, that is terribly bad. Like, I mean, the Chiefs D isn't anything crazy, but you gotta honestly, you don't move to.
Only 17 minutes of possession is crazy.
And there's something I was gonna go over with you guys. I kind of hope Donnie gets in here for it.
They got 1 first down. It was from a penalty though.
I saw people saying, man, Pete Carroll might not be the option. Okay, like let's not jump to conclusions here.
Slow down a little bit.
You got to realize that it's year one. I mean,
Yeah.
like you can't jump to anything. And this Raiders team is not good. I mean, they have good pieces, but they're not good. If they get a new quarterback in there, they get some receivers. They don't have any. I mean, Jacoby Myers is their best receiver. He didn't even play last week. They get some receivers. They get a quarterback. They get some defensive players. That team could actually be pretty good. I just think you got to give it a little bit of time before we start calling for Pete Carroll's head.
Yeah, because they got Genty, Brock Bowers.
So many good police. Unlike certain teams like even the Jets, it's okay, but like Tennessee.
You could say the Browns also don't have really good pieces.
Yeah, like Tennessee doesn't have a lot of good pieces, but there are guys that you could absolutely say are monsters on the Raiders. Brock Bowers and Genty alone, and Max Crosby are honestly top. Max Crosby definitely, and Brock Bowers are probably top 5 at their position.
Yep,
So
I would agree.
and Genty could end up being at that spot in a couple years, but I don't think he just has a good offensive game plan around him right now. Indy Chargers was just a good game. Indy showing why Jonathan Taylor, he is showing why he's an offensive player of the year candidate. Another 3, that's his third 3-touchdown game, which is unreal.
Insane.
I don't think I was looking at it, I think LaDainian Tomlinson's record is what, 28?
Yeah, I did see though that he's on pace.
He is, but I think he would need to average 2 a game from here on out, and he would break it, which is a little crazy. But if you're putting up 3 every single game, I mean, hey,
Like,
why not?
Against a solid Chargers team too. It's not a bad team.
No, not at all. Giants Denver is definitely to be talked about game. The Giants were I wouldn't say they were handing the Broncos the entire game, but it was a pretty far out game to the point where I basically almost put us all down for wins for the Giants, or you guys for wins, on 33 points in the fourth quarter by the Broncos is unreal.
Is that an NFL record? I don't know if we. Like,
There,
what's the NFL record?
I think the NFL record was that. Remember the Vikings Colts game, and the Vikings came back and won. I think it was they scored 36.
Okay.
So I think that's the NFL record, but it's damn close, and it's honestly crazy that the Giants let
Yeah.
that happen with a good defense too. The Giants' best part about their team is probably their defense. Their defensive line is insane. Brian Burns is leading the leagues in sacks.
Yep.
They have a great defense. It just all went to shit there at the end. They just started making so many mistakes, and Dart threw a costly interception. They missed an extra point. They just didn't play any sort of coverage in that last drive. They just left everybody wide open. I know Giants fans had to be killing themselves over that game.
So a little bit of trivia in the middle of talks.
Yep.
So the most points scored in a single quarter is 41. The Packers and the Rams both did it in the Packers in 1945, the Rams in 1950. Unfortunately, both of those games were against the Detroit Lions.
Damn, that's tough.
Come on, man.
That is really tough. Green Bay, Arizona was a close game. Not a lot to talk about. Washington, Dallas. The Cowboys, honestly, they're a sneaky team to go. I mean, their defense is trash, but I mean, at least they have some things that on the
Yeah.
defense that are okay. But their
CD
offense,
Lamb came back.
I think their offense is just so overpowered that honestly, I would not be surprised
Really
if
good.
they could go out and make a wild card spot. I don't
I
think
mean,
they'll
for
beat out the
sure.
Eagles for the division, but I think they could go make a wild card spot. I mean, they're 3-3-1. I mean,
Yep.
that's great. That's not bad at all. And got CD Lamb back. I mean, they have, in my opinion, a top 15 wide receiver and a top 5 wide receiver. And then Dak, a top 10 quarterback. And then Javonte Williams has shown out he's really good. Jake
Yeah.
Ferguson leads the league in touchdowns for a tight end.
Yeah, two against this last game. Shit.
Yes, he has played so well this year. So I think that offense alone might take him to a wild card spot.
Oh, for sure. Big thing with the Commanders, Jaden Daniels hurt again. Had to leave early. Like that's
We
not
pl-
good. It's
We
not
play
good.
him in 2.5 weeks. I wouldn't be upset if Jaden Daniels wasn't playing. But honestly, this Washington team's so demoralized right now. I don't know if it matters or not for us. I mean,
Yeah.
he destroyed us. But if it's a hamstring injury, that's going to prevent him from running around a lot. So
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be much of a threat. Atlanta, San Francisco was kind of a boring game, but San Francisco got the win. Detroit, Tampa Bay. We had basically a practice squad DB room, and we gotta just give it to Shep because he put such a great game plan down.
Oh my gosh.
He
Yes.
basically, the problem I had with Glenn was I feel like we just, in those situations, we just weren't running good coverages. It just wasn't a good idea. And it looked like that game, he basically just said, he just told the backups, I know it's Mike Evans and Ibuka, but we're running man to man. Just find your man and stick to him. That's all you
Yeah.
got to do. And I wouldn't say the only person that I would say that played unbelievably great was what was his name? It's Nick Whiteside. He Ibuka was targeted 4 times and he gave up 0 receptions with 3 passes defended. He came in for the injured Rocky Sin when he started cramping and he balled out. He played so. I'll just kind of start ish over,
Yeah.
but. Anyways, Detroit had a great game on Monday. It is Monday night. There were 2 Monday night games, one at 7 o'clock and one at 10 p.m. for us East Coasters, which it was Seahawks Houston, so whatever. But Lions played a good game for what they had on the secondary. They played a lot better than we thought. I mean, Baker was playing off all night, overthrowing receivers. Honestly, I watched the replay back a little bit. It does look like the pass rush was rattling him a little bit. I watched the replay, man. Ali McNeil was bullying their center all game, and it's just good to have him back. It's just because it's just like as a D tackle, obviously he's not going to get the sacks a lot, but he just makes the pressures, which is all we need. I mean, it obviously showed. I watched the replay. Aleem's putting on pressure with Tyreek Williams, and then Hutch and Muhammad. If you just put pressure on the quarterback, it's going to rattle him. And obviously it rattled Baker a little bit, and he didn't have that great of a game. Our secondary was just obviously all backups basically, except for Meek Robertson, who I got scared. I was like, dang, he's gonna be the only starter. What if he just absolutely doesn't have a good game? Yeah, he played amazing. He had 3 passes defended, 1 forced fumble, and he was playing lockdown all game. Ibuka and Mike Evans. Mike Evans got no catches, but he also went out right before halftime, and Ibuka got 3 catches for like 30 yards. And like I said, Nick Whiteside, who came into the game. This man played in the CFL or the USFL, whatever, last year. Came into the game for the injured Brock Yasin and played amazing. He guarded Ibuka on 10 plays and led up 0 receptions when he was targeted 4 times with 3 passes defended. He was on that man's hip. I was like, okay, obviously I'm not calling for like, hey, all right, start this man, but he played out of his mind. Like, I don't care what, but he needs to. He needs
over
to
TA immediately.
Okay, that I can get behind.
You don't want to say it, I'll say it.
That's fair.
I can absolutely get behind that. Is start him over TA. I don't care if TA's back after the bye, because I know DJ Reed won't be active. He won't be active for the Vikings game, but he can come back for the Commanders game. Absolutely start Nick Whiteside over Terrion Arnold. I don't care if Terrion Arnold can play. I would rather Amik and Nick Whiteside out there with Kirby and Brian Branch. But Thomas Harper also played very well. He just that secondary alone. Just I mean, they didn't play like a Legion of Boom, but for what they were and the practice, like their practice squad players. I mean, man, they played a lot better than I thought. Me and Donnie before the game were like, all right, should we take the over 96.5 now, or should we just wait? And the first couple drives, we kind of like just looked at each other and we were like, I mean, it's a mix of both. Baker is not playing well, and this defense is for some reason getting stops. And yeah, I mean, it was a good game for the Lions. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs had a great game. Jared Goff had a decent game except for the 1 interception that he had, which I didn't even see.
I think he also had a fumble.
Yeah, there was some wild calls in that game.
Jared was holding on to that ball like a motherfucker. It's like, all right,
yeah,
Jared,
he thought he had all day.
Yeah, I watched some of the replays, and along with Lee McNeil getting bullied, this man Vita Vea made Graham Glasgow his bitch, like all game. And I'm like,
we gotta do something to send over the bye. I like Graham Glasgow. He's a really good backup. You can't start this man at this point in his career.
Not a center, especially.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, like I said, as soon as Frank retired, like Graham's gonna be the center because he's played center and he's a veteran, and you want that at center. And like, I would rather him be center right now than Ratledge or Mahogany, 100%, just because he knows more and like the center commands the offensive line. But like, he might be the best center in the league pre-snap. He could be, and it doesn't matter because he's getting bullied every fucking time the ball's in play. So it's kind of like, what does it really matter if you're just getting your ass beat every snap? So yeah, I would love for them to go make a trade for somebody. I know it's hard to get an O-lineman mid-season, but fucking Jason Kelce was at the game. Can we talk to him? Maybe get him out. See what he's got. Something.
Amon-Ra had a great game. Obviously, his Chiefs game, just unlike him, had 2 drops. It was not great. He had a great game. He put up 80-ish yards and a touchdown. It was just a great bounce-back game for him, especially. A lot of very just another game where and I watched the game back. There wasn't calls that were favoring either way. There was just bad calls both ways. Like, it was pretty fucking bad. Like that triple review was unbelievable. He was obviously short and he was down. And then they made the call. Yeah, he fumbled, and so they got the ball. And it's like, no, he was obviously down. Dan challenges it. They go and look at it again. Yeah, no, he wasn't down, and we're watching it on the screen. He is planted into the Earth's core, ball short. And then New York probably calls him, yo, are you fucking stupid? We're watching it. And they have to go make a third review. Like, that is unnecessary. And what Baker said after the game is he's very confused. I think he kind of meant he's confused at why I got another review. It definitely was short. And it should have been a short, like, Lions ball from the start. But why the officiating crew had to review it that many times to determine what the actual outcome was is unbelievable. These refs need a reality check instantly, because it is awful.
The worst part is the last 2 weeks, the refs for the Lions games have been fucking questionable at best. And I don't know if you guys saw it, the other Monday night game, Seattle, Houston, there was a play where it was, I believe it was an interception. I might be butchering this, but I believe it was an interception or maybe a fumble that they picked up. He was going, and like right before he got to the goal line, it got punched out and it got recovered by the original offense. But there was a, what was it? It was an illegal shift, I think, on the offense. So the ref perfectly explained, like the video clip I saw was him explaining it, and at the bottom was the actual play. And he explained it like bar for bar exactly what it was, and they ended up accepting the penalty rather than the touchback, because the touchback put the ball at the 20 and the penalty put the ball at like the 17 or whatever. But like, it was completely concise, and like he didn't fuck it up at all. Whereas our ref, actually it was a fumble, but they picked up the fumble. but it was fine because he made the line again anyway. I'm sitting there. I'm like, what in the fuck is this dude saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what the call is. If it's a wrong call, it's a wrong call. Make it concise. Make it so I'm not questioning what the
Make
fuck
it at
you're
least
talking
sound like you know what you're saying.
Exactly. I would rather him come out and say, yeah, he actually got the yard gain by 3 yards, and like say it with some passion and like act like you know what he's doing, rather than being like, fuck, I don't know either. It's like, come on, dude.
It's just it's just sitting here doing nothing. It's just like, okay, if it's a bad, you're right. If it's a bad call, it's a bad call. Let's just move on. But why
Just make the call?
Like, because that's what that's what someone on Twitter was saying. He's like, I'm not mad that the Lions didn't get the right call to begin with. I'm mad that it took 3 calls to get the right call. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, okay, if guess what? If after the first Dan's challenge they got it wrong, okay, guess what? After the game, we can talk about how they got it wrong. But why are we going to a third review about it? What did they not see in that Dan's challenge that made that wrong? It just makes no sense. And then there was a bunch of other bad calls that entire game. It just, it's just crazy.
What's just annoying is like there's a lot of speculation. Like I believe it was our game last week where there was a call and like the speculation is that New York called in and like affected it. And people were like, well, is New York making these calls or are they not making these calls? And there was like some hush hush about it. Clearly that's what happened in this game Monday is whatever the call was on the field. Okay, it's hard. Make the call on the field. Then they review. Then they get the review wrong, and then New York steps in. It's like, I don't care if New York steps in. I honestly would prefer that because, like, they're going to not fucking just side with the ref blindly. Like, they're going to actually make an objective call based on what they see. Mm-hmm. But let's not do the, okay, I'm going to let you go. The refs make the mistake. Then I'm going to chime in. Chime in during the review. Hey, guys, like, while you're reviewing this, from what we see, it's a first down. It's not a first down, whatever. Let's not do the, let the refs fuck up. Nope, then we're going to correct them. Like, no, let's just do it right the first time. And go from there. It's just refs right now and the NFL as a whole is a clusterfuck. And it's this way every fucking year. They need to get with the program and have a check and balance system like they do in the MLB. They need to make these motherfuckers full time. They need to pay them. Like I don't know what they need to do overall, but the system needs an overhaul. It's getting ridiculous.
Amen.
Yeah, absolutely. Besides that, it was just a good win for Detroit going to the bye week. We'll get some people back after the bye week. It sounds like the Lions are in the market. From a bunch of people are saying the Lions are in the market for an edge rusher, which I mean,
Max Crosby, go get him.
Should be insane. There was there's quite a bit of people that they could probably go get. I'm just very curious to see if they do decide to do something, but I have absolutely no idea. I mean, hey, whatever happens, happens. But after the bye week, we get Kirby, we get Branch. Those are going to be absolutely insane, and that's just going to help us out a lot. So, yeah. Besides that, we kind of already touched on the Houston game. The only other thing that I saw from the Houston game was the brawl at the bench, and the ref was guarding JSN.
Yeah,
that was kind of crazy. So what I had saw that I was actually wanted to talk to Donnie about at the game, but then I totally just forgot about it. I had saw
before you say that, I know when you said the Legion of Boom, it reminded me. Did you guys see on TikTok? I was seeing the Lions secondary being called the Legion of Whom. Because like nobody knows who the fuck these guys are. I was like, that would actually be a hard nickname if these people actually continue to start.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. So I saw a thing by an NFL analyst. I can't remember his name because I just took the screenshots and I lost the Twitter tweet. It's head coaching hot seats. So who's on the hot seat? Who's sort of safe? Who's really not safe? And honestly, who should be fired? This was made. Pre Brian Callahan. I think it was at the Titans coach's name, Brian Callahan.
Yep.
Okay, it was made pre Brian Callahan, so it's kind of it does have them on here, but obviously they're not talking about the interim coach. So, but I thought this list was absurd, and so I wanted to go over it with you guys. So this is the 100% safe, and I think I'll point out the kind of obvious ones. The Eagles coach, he's 100% safe. Dan Campbell, shut up.
I don't know if Nick Sirianni is 100% safe. Eagles are
okay. They're not. They're 100% not on the hot seat. Eagles not on the hot seat. Lions not on the hot seat. Bucks not on the hot seat. Chiefs not on the hot seat. Rams not on the hot seat. Vikings not on the hot seat. Commanders not on the hot seat. I do agree. I know they're having a bad year, but I do agree Dan Quinn is the man for that job. There are two that they wrote down as 100% safe that I think are kind of wild. One of them, I think we do hate them a lot, but it is the Packers. With how their year is so far looking, I do not think LaFleur should be safe in any way, shape, or form for that job. I don't agree with it. I don't think he's safe. Do I think he's on the hot seat? Probably not, but I don't think he's 100% safe is what this guy's putting it at. And the other guy that it says right here 100% safe, which is I feel like far from the truth, and we've already talked about it, is John Harbaugh. They have put as 100% safe. I think that is crazy.
I think they have the wrong Harbaugh brother. I mean, Jim's 100% safe, regardless of how it goes for them in LA. But yeah, John Harbaugh. Yikes. I mean,
I don't think he's 100% safe at all. This one is very well set in their seat, but there could be, in the future, there could be worry. They put Mike Tomlin. I mean, as of right now, how the season's looking, I would say okay, but I don't know about that. That's pushing it just a little bit. Seahawks head coach, that's fine. Sean Payton, that's fine. Bills head coach, that's okay. Ben Johnson, obviously.
Sean McDermott should probably be a little bit more on the hot seat.
And then Sean Payton, yes, and then Ben Johnson, that's fine. And then these ones are questionable. These ones are like a 50-50. He could be on the hot seat, he could not be. Shane Steichen, which is kind of crazy with the year they're having. Again, I think this was made about 3 weeks ago, but I definitely, I don't know. I don't think he's on the hot seat or even 50-50.
He was on the hot seat end of last year, going into this year. Once this year got 2 weeks in, no, absolutely not.
Agreed. And Cardinals head coach, I do think this says 50-50. I think he could be a little bit more on the hot seat than 50-50.
I mean, if they don't like make playoffs this year, he might be gone.
Yeah. And then also 50-50, they put Jim Harbaugh. I think he's definitely safe. And then
I don't know how Jim Harbaugh is so.
Yeah.
He just got there, and the culture, the Chargers aren't great or anything, but the culture turned around. Fucking Staley there was a dumbass. He stepped in day one and made them a respectable.
And then I know they're having struggles, but they put D'Amico Ryans as 50-50. I know they're having a bad year this year, but I mean, you make the playoffs your first year and win a playoff game. You make your playoffs the second year and win a playoff game. I don't really think that's a 50-50. Do I think he's 100% safe? No, because if he has a bad year this year, going into next year, if they have an even worse year, then it could be time. But I definitely think he is on the safer side.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like him on the 50-50. Once you said what this was, I started going through records of some of these teams. And I mean, just the way the last 2 years have been for the Texans,
they made the playoffs last year.
I know, but Stroud's first year, that was good. And I don't know. It's just weird. That offense has to get figured out. And I know D'Amico Ryans is a defensive guy, but that falls on your feet. You're the head coach. You have some responsibility of the offense. It's just, I don't know. If next year the Texans come out and their offense is still bad, I can see Ryans getting a surprise, get the fuck out of town.
Now, this is where the comments went crazy. This is where people started to lose their minds over this guy. The last two is not really on the hot seat, but he's 1 or 2 losses away. So 20% safe, 80% gone. They have Liam Cohen, who just got there and has a winning record, I think is crazy. They have Brian Dable. I'm a big Dable guy. I like Dable. I don't know. That's a tough one. They have the Bengals head coach. I agree. I think he definitely could be on the hot seat. This one, I seriously question if this man actually has a brain. But for the 20-80, 20% safe, 80% not, he put Mike Vrabel on here. And he has the Patriots in his first year at 5-2, I believe is their record. That is, people in the comments were losing their mind.
Pretty much most of their stats are the best since the mid-Brady era. So yeah, that's pretty fucking wild.
Honestly, I think he's 100% safe right now. Honestly, Vrabel could have a bad year this year, next year, and still be fine. I think they're going to give him a chance. But right now, he is without a doubt showing, he's, honestly, this year, I didn't even expect that much out of Vrabel. He's going out, he might win the division. Honestly, I was thinking maybe wild card spot. But it'd be a building year. And they go out and get some weapons. They go out and get some defensive players, and they have a great year next year. But, man, he might win the division this year. So, that was crazy. And then this is fire him. Browns head coach, okay. I mean, that one's fine. Saints head coach, that one's fine. They already fired Brian Callahan. He's on here. Glenn, as much as he is 0-7, I don't know if you can fire him just yet in his first season. Maybe if they finish 0-17, but I don't know. I don't think you can can him that quickly. Mike McDaniel, I agree. Panthers head coach, I don't know. That one's close. And then this is another one that people were losing their minds over the comments, is Pete Carroll. That one is also another one where it's like, yeah, I think people are crazy. I think we knew that the Raiders were probably not going to have a great year, but it's Pete Carroll. Like, you got to give him at least 2-3 years to figure this team out and get it right, and then maybe start questioning if he's the coach or not. Like, it's Pete Carroll. I seriously think that that's crazy that we're putting him in the hot seat.
Shit, is he going to live another 2 years?
Bro's going to make it. But I honestly...
that list was very interesting. I think there was a lot of guys that were like 50-50 that should be like 100% fired, and then a couple of guys that were like fire him that shouldn't be. Like, people are hating on one of the ones you said was first Glenn. The only way Glenn should be fired is if they go 0-17. If they go 0-17, I get it. It's hard to give any coach let him back, but like if they win 1-2 games, which I think they will, they're gonna luck into a win or two with Tyrod at quarterback. Like, the Jets fucking suck. Like,
yeah,
I know a lot of people are like optimistic, and Jets fans were, because they paid Garrett Wilson and they paid Sauce and they paid some other guys. But like, first off, I don't think they should have paid those guys. Like, why the fuck would you pay those guys when you had no success with them on their rookie contracts? Like, some of those dudes out of fucking like Garrett Wilson, realistically, if I'm them, I would have probably tried to flip for a couple of picks, because what the fuck is he doing with nobody to throw him the ball? So that was, I think, was just a bad idea. So that's not on Glenn. That's not his fault that they decided to do that. I don't know. There's just something like there's.
Yeah, it was just something I definitely wanted to go over. Well,
shit, fucking Rocket Sin was balling too.
Getting into picks for week 8. Obviously, like I already said, we do have 6 teams on a bye this week, so not as many games. We don't have any international games this week. Thankfully, only one Monday night game this week. So let's get into it. I do have Colin's picks, so I will lead us in picks, and I will also tell you what he picked. Chargers versus Minnesota on Thursday Night Football. Colin picked the Chargers. Both teams coming off a loss to good teams, to be fair. Chargers are at home. Are they really at home, though? I don't know. I just feel like I feel like both teams are due for a win. I feel like the Chargers are due a little bit more, but they're missing a lot. So I am going to go with the Chargers getting the win on Thursday night, though.
Yeah, definitely both teams need a win here. 50-50 game for sure. I do believe the Chargers are getting Joe Alt back, so I think that's going to help them out a bit. With that being said, I'm going to go Chargers.
Yeah, I think Chargers are... Didn't the Chargers start 4-0, and now they've lost 3 straight?
I
thought that's what...
I think they went 3-0. Yeah,
3-0 lost 4. They've lost 3 of the last 4, yeah. Yeah, I think they're kind of in a free fall. I think half of it's injuries. I think half of it is Herbert regressing to the mean. He was playing so well that, I mean, historically, he's never thrown the ball that much, and they've won for an extended period of time. So, one could argue it was pretty due. Yeah, their injuries are piling up. The Vikings, on the other hand, I mean, last week, the Eagles played like a perfect offensive passing game. Like, Justin Herbert literally had a perfect pass rating. And it was a close game. I mean, they lost very tight. And that's with Carson Wentz throwing some stupid interceptions. So, yeah, I think the Chargers, Vikings fans are going to travel pretty well out in LA. I think the Chargers are just kind of in a free fall right now. Alt coming back, if that's true, that's going to be big. But I'm going to go with Minnesota here.
All right. Going to our first 1 o'clock games, we have Miami traveling to Atlanta. Miami, obviously, having a terrible week last week. Benching Tua for Quinn Ewers. Sounds like Tua will probably start. Honestly, like me and Dallas said, you might as well just start Quinn Ewers because you are basically cooked for the season. But yeah, I'm as much as Atlanta isn't even playing that great, I'm going to take Atlanta in Atlanta. Colin also went with Atlanta.
Yep, Michael Penix might not be playing due to a knee injury, so we might get Kirk Cousins popping up against
Atlanta by a million.
Yeah, no, Dolphins are in shambles right now. I think this is going to be the last game where Mike McDaniel is the head coach of the Dolphins. Give me Atlanta.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, but I would say that after this last week, getting the brakes beat off him by the Browns. I mean, realistically, I think Mike McDaniel makes it the end of the year after that. So it's like, what's going to matter? If you were going to fire him, I feel like it was last week. Falcons, I don't believe in. I think they're just kind of an team. But, I mean, even them as an team should beat the ever-living shit out of this Miami squad. Yeah, Tua is awful. Mike McDaniels, I think, is just checked out mentally. He's probably already kind of looking for Zillow listings on where else he could go coach at an assistant. Yeah, give me the Falcons by quite a bit.
All right. Chicago travels to Baltimore. Chicago has been on quite of a win streak lately. Lamar Jackson is coming back this week. He will play, I believe. He's back in practice already. At home, the Baltimore Ravens are actually quite favored. I think they're favored. I think the spread's by a touchdown, which is kind of crazy in the sense, but I think I think it's one of those things where we just got to listen to Vegas. They're still almost favored to win the division, which is crazy. I think Baltimore's going to go. They actually have a little bit of an easier schedule coming up, so I think they go on a run.
After this game, it's a cakewalk. That's why Vegas has been so kind of.
Yeah, and I think this is where they kind of bring themselves back in a little bit. So yeah, I am gonna go Baltimore. I think they have a big bounce back game after some really rough weeks, and that Bears defense isn't that great, and Ravens fans start believing again. Colin goes with Chicago.
Look at him, Big Ben Johnson believer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about Lamar coming off of this injury. Like, is he going to be rusty? Is he going to not run as much? I don't know what the game plan is going to be with Lamar. They are at home, however. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I'm not confident though. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears win.
Yeah, this one's kind of, I mean, it's not super tough. Like, if the Ravens are legit at all in any facet of the word, this is a must-win of all must-wins. If they don't win this one, I mean, realistically, if they don't win this game Sunday, I think we're on the pod here next week talking about John Harbaugh, like, whoever the interim is. Like, I could see him getting canned like this after this game if they lose. I mean, it would be tough just because how much respect they have for him and how much he means to Baltimore, but this roster has too much talent to be 1-5, 1-6. Yeah, in Baltimore, I think the Bears are a solid team, but I think the Ravens have had this circled for the last 3 weeks, knowing Lamar being out, and they probably weren't going to win those games, that this is a absolute have to have it to get on the right track. I'm going to go with the Ravens.
All right. Hey, another crazy great game for the 1 o'clock slate. We got the Jets going to Cincinnati. Joe Flacco about to show the world that he still got it. The Jets 0-7. If the Jets can't put up more than 20 points against this defense, this defense that is just atrocious, even though with that Jets offensive line, Trey Henderson might break records this game. He might actually. I believe so.
I didn't think he hasn't played the last 2 weeks. I didn't think
he's listed as questionable. He left the game early last week.
If he plays, Justin Fields might die. Honestly, like the way it looked against Carolina, he might not make it. I'm going Cincinnati. I think the Jets are going to continue their losing streak, and Colin also went with Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick the Jets all year. Honestly, give me the Bengals. Unlike some people.
Give me just a second.
They're due. I'm telling you, they're due.
All right, guys, hear me out.
No,
I think this Jets team. First off, they're due, like Dallas said. Second off, this defense has been playing out of their minds so far. I mean, they've allowed 26 points in the last 2 weeks combined. That's pretty good. I mean, that defense is not that talented. I know everybody talks about their personnel. I think their personnel is kind of overrated. I think Glenn and the defense has done pretty well the last 2 weeks. Their problem has pretty much always been on the offensive side of the ball, at least for this season. And I think a large part of that is Justin Fields and some of the decisions he's been making and how he is just in the pocket as a quarterback throwing the ball. I don't believe in him. We all know that. I personally think Tyrod Taylor's going to play. If Justin Fields was the confirmed starter at this point, recording this podcast, I would pick the Bengals. I think Tyrod coming in there, he's not great, but he's a solid quarterback. I think the team recognizes like Tyrod is a good dude. He's solid. He's going to play smart. I think the Jets upset the Bengals.
Oh boy.
And get a win here. Aaron Glenn needs it. I'd feel much better if this was at home. But Cincinnati, I'm kind of wishy-washy on them. I like Joe Flacco. Don't like the rest of the team. Defense can be had. I'm going to roll with the Jets one more time.
5 in a row. Here we go.
Real quick, this man Donnie, they've given up 26 points in the last 2 games. Yeah, the other couple games they give up 26 points a game.
Okay, that's fine. But the last 2 weeks,
they're getting 26 points. I'm telling you, the Bengals are scoring 26 plus.
I don't think so.
All right, Buffalo travels to Carolina. If Bryce Young was playing, I'd say Carolina, but it is Andy Dalton already confirmed. Bryce Young will be out this week. But honestly, even then, that Carolina team is pretty good. If that Bills team, if Carolina pulls out this win, I mean, the Bills defense isn't anything great, and Carolina has already shown that they want to do the same thing as the Lions and do a dual running back room with Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard, and they might run all over this Bills team. If Carolina wins, then we're going to be honestly, that is not going to look good for the Bills. But like I said, no Bryce Young, so I am going with Buffalo. Colin also goes with Buffalo.
Yeah, no, Bills 2 back-to-back losses. This is their bounce back. They need it. I see James Cook having a big game this week. Josh Allen needs to get back on track. No turnovers. I got the Bills winning, and I kind of think convincingly.
I mean, the Bills are favored just over a touchdown in Carolina. I mean, if the weather's anything like it has been in the Midwest the last couple of days, it's probably going to be a sloppier type game down there on the East Coast like that. I'm not going to lie. Everything in my brain, everything logic tells me Bills off a bye should have this. But I don't know. The Bills just have not looked like the Bills this year. Their wins they beat the Ravens opening night, which we all thought was impressive. But since then, they have really just kind of been disappointing. The Saints played them close. They lost last week to, not last week, the week before, to the Falcons, who I think are a noticeably less team than they are. The Panthers are doing great running the ball. Like Marshall said, their dual running back system. I'm a big believer in Andy Dalton. I like Andy Dalton. I think he's going to step in and probably play better than how Bryce has played the last couple of weeks. He's been pretty bad.
What? Pretty bad? On what basis are we going off of him? Leave this man Bryce Young alone.
Bryce Young, you think he's played well the last couple of weeks?
It's Bryce Young. He's played better than
his high for the last 4 weeks is 199 yards. Which
in the last 3 weeks, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
He played Dallas 2 weeks ago, which is statistically by far the worst defense in football.
He scored 3 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, and an interception. That was good. I'll give him that's a good game. Then he has 121, 150, 198, 199, 139, 138. Like he's not.
And you're not gonna say the 328 game down there, are you?
All I'm saying is Spencer Rattler wishes he has those games.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going off of ESPN, and the last 5 is what I just read off. 121, 150.
And you can't go off the Jets game because he left halfway through. He would have probably put up at least 4 touchdowns. It also doesn't help that. It also doesn't help, like you say, that Dallas game. You know that bad defense. He puts up 199. It doesn't help when his running back puts up over 300 all-purpose yards. Rico Dowdle put up 220 rushing yards. I think they're
being driven by the run game. I think they're running it so much because the quarterback ain't worth shit.
No,
anyway,
he's great.
Give me the Panthers in an upset.
Hey, Stafford didn't crack 200 yards last week either, so it's okay.
Yeah, he only had 5 fucking touchdowns.
Hey, get 200 yards, man.
Yeah, seriously.
It's not my fault the Jags were giving him the ball on the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
All right, San Francisco travels to Houston. Both these teams coming off San Francisco gets the win, but Houston, I mean, it wasn't that great or anything. And then Houston loses to Seattle, who's actually a pretty decent team, if we've seen so far. I feel like Houston's due. It's in Houston. Colin went with San Francisco. I picked Houston alone last week, but I'm going to be on my Donnie stuff. I'm going Houston again this week. I think they're due, and I think they get the win against San Francisco.
I'm right there with you, Marshall. I think Houston is due. San Francisco can get away with a loss here and still be perfect for winning the West, in all honesty, with how easy their schedule is. I feel like the Texans need this win more, so I'm going to go Texans.
Yeah, I'd agree. The Texans are due. They're at home. They just need this. Problem is, I don't think they're a good football team. So I'm going to go with the 49ers, traveling down to Houston. I think Houston's a sneaky, they could blow it up after this year if this continues. There's zero reason for them to be 2-4 in the AFC South right now.
Their O-line is atrocious.
Yes, but at the same time, they've known that. And CJ Stroud is not playing good.
Because his O-line's atrocious.
DJ Stroud is in contention for, like, the Texans end up with a top pick, and, like, Garrett Nussmeier's there. Like, I don't think it's absurd if they move on from DJ Stroud.
All right.
He's looked awful.
Cleveland travels to New England. Colin goes New England. I also am going New England.
Yep, New England.
Yeah, Browns looked awesome, but in New England, I'm going New England.
All right, Giants travel to Philly. The Giants could have been on a hot streak if they would have beat the Broncos, but they let up 33 points in the fourth quarter. Eagles have a huge just statement game, basically showing, we still are one of the better teams in football. I'm going with the Eagles. I do think the Giants will keep it respectful, but it's in Philadelphia. Give me the Eagles. They're going to get their revenge from when the Giants beat them. Colin also went with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll go with the Eagles. That loss last week by the Giants, like that's hard to come back from the following week. So I'm gonna go Eagles. They got a little bit of confidence in Jalen Hurts with the passing game. So
yeah, Hurts looked fucking incredible last week. Literally was perfect in terms of pass rating against a good Minnesota defense. I think the Eagles overlooked the Giants 2 weeks ago. It was kind of Jackson Dart and Scadaboo's like coming out party on national television in MetLife. So like I get it. It's a divisional opponent. You can lose some games like that, get got. I think the Eagles absolutely demolished the Giants here. Like Dallas said, I think it's hard to come back from a loss like that. That's something where like even these young guys could lose faith in Dable there. I think the passing game was real good for Eagles last week. And Saquon's kind of been awful. I could see this being a Saquon pop-off, 150-yard type game, kind of a get-right, just to kind of counterbalance the running game or the passing game being so good. I'm going to go with the Eagles pretty big.
Great. Tampa Bay travels to New Orleans. Both teams coming off a loss, but Colin goes with Tampa Bay. I'm also going to go Tampa Bay. I do think the Saints keep it within at least probably 10 to 14 points. But I think Baker has a big bounce back game, and I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, no, just like the Jets, I'm not putting any money on the Saints all year long. Give me the Bucks.
Who's going to root for, Baker Mayfield or Spencer Rattler? Oh man,
Baker Mayfield MVP tour starts back up in New Orleans. That's all I'm saying.
I like the Bucks a lot. Honestly, I like Baker a lot. I like a lot of the players on the Bucks. I'm not.
The Saints are not due.
Saints. Fucking give me the Saints. At home, Spencer Rattler has been playing well. Hey, he legit played his only objectively bad game of the year. Hold on. He played his only objectively bad game of the year last week against Chicago. Not good. Spencer's going to lock back in. This Bucs defense is not fantastic. I think they can get got a little bit. Baker, I think it's just hard. Like, I commended him for playing so well, losing everybody. But I think last week against the Lions, like, it finally kind of started to seep through the cracks of, like, you can only win so long having nothing. I think they really need their bye next week. And I think they might kind of be looking forward to that bye with how banged up they are. And I can see the Saints snagging one from them here at home.
I wish I could show you. What I was going to say is I have it on my spreadsheet, obviously, as by just, Tampa Bay is TB and New Orleans is NO. I typed NO and accidentally hit a P as well to spell out nope. So, yeah, I don't think the Saints are going to – I don't think the Saints will win. Tennessee travels to the Colts. This could be a really bad game. The Colts
14.5 is this spread.
Yeah, the Colts might cover that. Colin goes with, I feel so, because people are giving Cam Ward shit. It is not his fault. Because like me and Dallas were talking about before this game, you could go to most teams and you go to Cleveland. Okay, is there anything good on that team? Yeah, Quinshon Judkins, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. All right, let's go to the Jets. Okay, yeah, Breece Hall's pretty good. At least Garrett Wilson's decent. Sauce Gardner. You go to this Tennessee team, there might not be anybody on both sides of the ball that is actually like, yeah, they could be part of this rebuild. No, say absolutely not. So I do feel bad a little bit for Cam Ward.
The D-line, I think, is like okay. It's probably not the worst in the league.
Name one person on their D-line.
Jeffrey Simmons.
And Jeffrey Simmons has been out the last couple weeks. I think Indy might cover that spread. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is going to be an ugly game. Give me Indy. Colin also obviously went with Indy.
Yeah, I'm not. It's Indy.
Yeah,
They're not
Indy,
due.
I mean,
They're not due.
now, the one bad team I don't believe in, shockingly, is the Titans. They can't Mike Vrabel. They don't deserve my respect. I mean, I'm gonna say the Colts are definitely gonna win, but I think 14.5 is kind of crazy. I think the Colts the Colts are due for a little bit of regression. I saw this stat. It is, I believe it's points per drive is what the stat was, and the Colts are averaging 3.4142 points per drive, which is better than the 07 Patriots. They are historically the best offense of all time through 7-8 games, whatever we are. That is not sustainable. I don't care how good they're playing. Like, yeah, they easily could blow the Titans out, but like eventually they're gonna have like a trap game, a letdown spot. They're not gonna be invincible all year.
It's funny you talk about the Titans maybe having a decent D line. Well, it doesn't help that this week they go up against one of the best running backs in the NFL, and Jonathan Taylor, who is.
Like I said, I definitely think the Colts are going to win, but I think 14.5 is a little bit crazy. I mean, the Titans have been playing all these games relatively close. Like, they only have a couple true getting blown out of the building.
To be fair, the Titans beat the Chargers by 14, so that's probably where the line's coming from. So,
I kind of hope the Colts go out and win the Super Bowl just because the backup to one of the best running backs in the NFL is a. I kind of hope that if we don't win it, I kind of hope the Colts go out and do it because the backup behind the best running back in the NFL is Amir Abdullah. So Amir Abdullah getting a ring would be kind of crazy. I could get by. Hey, he's already scored for them, so I could absolutely get behind Amir Abdullah getting a ring. That would be amazing.
Never mind. I'm actually going Titans.
Write it down.
Write it down.
No.
All right. Sunday at 4:25, probably America's game of the week because I don't think they're going to put Colts Titans as America's game of the week.
Are we sure? We can't rule it out.
I'm pretty sure we can rule it out. The Cowboys traveling to Denver. Denver comes off of a crazy win. I don't know. This is hard. I mean, this Dallas offense is unbelievable. This Denver defense is pretty good. I don't know. This is tough because I feel like both teams could absolutely win. This is really a 50-50 game for me. I know the Broncos are favored, but only by a little bit.
By a field goal, by 3.5.
Which
they're at home, so that's effectively, if it was a neutral site, it would be a pick. Is usually how it works.
Colin went with Denver. I am going to go with the Cowboys, actually. I think they get, I don't know. I don't really have a reason. This is such a 50-50 game for me, so I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Colin went Denver.
Yeah, no, I'm also going Cowboys. My logic really is when you win a game, you're not supposed to at all. You're gonna get that loss the next week. So give me the Cowboys just because the Broncos should not have fucking won last week.
Man, the Cowboys are just gonna be one of those teams all year that can win any game or lose any game regardless of opponent, location. Like, they're just gonna be one of those squads. I mean, they literally lost to Carolina, then tied the Packers. Like, it makes no sense how this Cowboys team has been. Like Marshall said, their offense is incredible. The defense for the Broncos is insane, so that's going to be a great matchup to watch. I mean, personally, I think this Cowboys offense is so good that they're going to build a big lead in these first three quarters. But, like, the Broncos just don't go away in these fourth quarters. Like, Bo Nix has been turning it on. At home, like I said, the Cowboys play everybody relatively close. I'm going to go with the Broncos. They're just one of those teams that has, like, a swagger to them this year, seemingly, where they're pulling these games out of their ass. And I honestly respect it.
All right. You went with Denver, you said?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The meeting will end in 10 minutes.
There it is.
All right.
We got it. Only 2 more games.
All right. Green Bay travels to Pittsburgh. This is another kind of just 50-50 game, in my opinion, in Pittsburgh.
Green Bay's favored in Pittsburgh by over a field goal.
I'm going to go with Green Bay. I don't know. I think they have another crazy, weird win. I'm going to go with Green Bay. I do really want Pittsburgh to win just so Aaron Rodgers beats his former team. But I'm going to go with Green Bay. Colin went with Pittsburgh.
I'm going to go Steelers as well, just because they're at home, really. I could see this going back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised. Jordan Love has a bad game here. I just think the Steelers got to bounce back from that shock that the Bengals gave them. So, yeah, I'm going to go Pittsburgh here.
I really wish it would have lined up so that this game was in Green Bay. I think we all got robbed
man.
of seeing Aaron's return
Yeah.
to Lambeau. That would have been absolutely amazing. Even if it was on the Jets. I just wanted to see him go back to Lambeau to play. I'm honestly fucking flabbergasted that the Packers are favored in this game. In Pittsburgh, that's just... I mean, I know people aren't like super high on the Steelers.
Sunday Night Football, too.
They're 4-2. Like, Mike Tomlin, like, I just think that's disrespectful. I'm really on the Steelers this week. I think they're going to win outright. I think Aaron is very, very excited to give a big fuck you to LaFleur and honestly Jordan Love. Even though he talks highly of Jordan Love, like Jordan Love's probably a good dude, but I think Aaron's ready to give a big fuck you to the entire Packers organization. So, I mean, he might fuck around and go for 400 yards. I could see Aaron like having one last like insane game in him and him using it this week.
Right. And Sunday Night Football looked like a good matchup at the beginning of the year. Or Monday Night Football, sorry. We already talked about Sunday Night. Monday Night Football, Washington will go to Kansas City. Looked like a good game maybe at the beginning of the year, but no Jane Daniels, already confirmed he will not play this week against Kansas City. Kind of going to be another big game for Kansas City. I mean, they're just going to beat up on another shitty team, but also kind of show that they're back. Rashee Rice is back. Yeah, I'm going Kansas City. I don't know if it'll be a blowout or not. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know.
12.5 point favorite.
That's a little much, I feel like. I don't know. Obviously, I'm going Kansas City. I just don't know if it's going to be a blowout or not. But yeah, Kansas City, in Kansas City, it's hard to beat that.
What did Colin pick? Kansas City?
Callan also went Kansas City, yes.
Okay. Yep. Also going Kansas City in Arrowhead. I even think with Jane Daniels, I still would pick the Chiefs here. I just think they're going to get on a run. I said that like a couple weeks ago. They're going to go on a run here. Probably win the West again. Yeah, give me the Chiefs.
I really wish we could have flexed this game out because, yeah, I don't like this game. The Daniels being out especially. I mean, I'm still not a huge believer in the Chiefs. I think their roster is very Like, I know they're playing well right now. Mahomes is a sneaky MVP candidate, even though he's the betting favorite right now. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of what the Commanders are doing right now. I think they're going to lose this game, and then they're going to kind of be cooked with how deep the NFC is. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I don't know if they're going to cover 12.5. That's a pretty wild spread. But at home, yeah, there's no reason to pick against KC.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
that is it for picks. We do have 6 minutes. I don't know if you have something you think we could do in 6 minutes, or you just want to outro it. It's up to you.
Well, I can recap last week. Donnie wasn't here. I don't know if you saw the podcast.
I did tell him about our fantasy team because I had to tell him I picked Spencer Rattler 101.
Yeah,
I had to
crazy.
Which I don't even agree with as a Spencer Rattler fan.
Listen, I got the Saints. I didn't want to take Chris Olave or anybody else. I was like, which honestly would have been a great pick. He scored 2 touchdowns. But hey, it is what it is. I think Colin picked Olave. You could tell me Colin won. Jeez.
Yep. So Colin ended up winning the
Damn it.
week 7 fantasy draft. The final score was Colin 91.3. Marshall, you had 72.62. So the high performers for Colin, he had Justin Herbert with 27.9 points, Chris Olave with 24.3 points, and then Tucker Kraft with 14.3. Marshall, your high scorers were Jake Ferguson with 18.4 points, the Eagles defense with 11 points, and then Spencer Rattler had 10.52 points.
Hang on.
You did also
No.
unfortunately have Deebo Samuel, who didn't play, so that gave you 0 points.
Oh,
I don't
great.
think it would have mattered, but that didn't help.
I mean, if you want, it's up to you. I know you got to get up early, but if you want to, we can go into your Zoom, and me and Donnie can do it.
I was just about to ask. That's up to you guys.
Let's do it.
I'll do it.
We'll
I
start
need
a
a
new
fantasy
one.
one. My fucking real team sucks.
All right, this is week 7 of the Versus Fantasy Football Edition. Last week, Marshall took the L. This week, he's trying to bounce back. This time, he's playing Donnie. We're going to do a snake draft, random teams. You get to pick one player from that team to fill out your roster, and we will tally it up, and next week, we'll post the winner. Marshall, you're going to go first, Donnie, and then it'll snake back to Donnie, all right?
All right.
So
Sounds
random team here, starting for Marshall. There's a couple teams on a bye, but not this team, the Titans.
good. Bro, I was about to say, if I get the Saints 101 again, I'm going to lose my mind, but that's worse.
Probably not the only team that's worse than the Saints.
All right. Well, who's their kicker?
Yeah,
Nick
who is
Folk.
their kicker? Nick Folk.
For sure. Yep.
All right. Kicker 101 is crazy. Colin's pissed right now. Donnie, you got Kansas City.
They play the Commanders. Do I want to burn quarterback off rib? I'm gonna give Marshall a little bit of a shot here and probably go some up way I shouldn't go. I'm gonna go with their defense against a backup quarterback at home. They could get some points.
I don't mind that.
That's a good pick.
Jacksonville, are they playing or are they gonna buy?
They are on a bye.
They're on a bye. A lot of teams on a bye. Minnesota, not one of them. That's you, Donnie. Snake back to you.
Man, I don't love a lot on their team as well. Mason's the best player, but Aaron Jones just got activated off IR. So he's probably going to play this week, so I don't love either of those running backs.
No, Justin Jefferson plays for him, right?
Carson Wentz is still on the board.
Yeah, but Justin Jefferson hasn't been killing it. Justin Jefferson hasn't really been killing it.
The Chargers also just let up 38 points, so obviously their defense isn't.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with Jettas. Don't love it. I kind of want to pick Jordan Addison instead because he has been killing it, but I got to go with a smarter option.
All right, Marshall, back to you here. Seattle. I feel like the obvious pick right here.
JSN.
Yep.
He has been unbelievable. Best receiver in the league right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
Especially with that Puka injury, he could lead the league in yards by the end of the season.
He has more than 150 than anyone else right now. He's had like 4
Bro,
straight
give me
100
fucking
yards
Puka
games.
with 1 8.
All right, Marshall, you got Kansas City.
I'll go Mahomes.
It's not bad, not bad. Already, Marshall's team's looking so much better than last week's.
Yes. Oh,
Donnie, you got the Colts.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yup, Jonathan
JT.
Taylor.
all right, give this man like the Titans.
Give me the Colt again, honestly.
He's got the Eagles.
Oh my gosh! Go their
Who
kicker.
do the Eagles play?
They play
Giants.
Giants. Give me Dallas Goddard, tight end.
Interesting.
Who's been sneakily aptly named.
Okay, real quick, I need to redo one of my picks. Seattle's on a bye.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're on a bye.
All right, well, you got Steelers here.
Just go,
Right.
just go 3 in a row here, Marsh.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
go 3 in a row. Pittsburgh. Okay. Give me DK Metcalf because they use 3 different tight ends, so it's hard to pick.
That's true. All right,
All right,
going back, Miami.
even better. Oh man, honestly,
You got
against-
one option.
Yeah,
I feel like it's got to be Devon Aching.
yeah, that's the safe bet.
He's
there.
been a
You
diamond in the
didn't pick
rough.
8. I mean, I guess Darren Waller wouldn't have been bad.
He's on IR. He just got put
He's
on
on
IR
IR.
today. Jackson's on
Bro, the Dolphins are so ass.
IR. he literally just got put on IR.
It's the Saints.
What are we doing?
Spencer Rattler has the flex. I'll let you do it, Mark.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I didn't pick Olave last week, and he played crazy. I gotta go Olave. Got 2 touchdowns last week. Give me Marcus Colston. See how that works out.
That would be as good as your Debo pick last week.
All right.
All right, Donnie, back to you. Kansas City again.
Oh my God.
No Mahomes.
Yeah. Let me. We're playing the Commanders. Let me go. I don't know if he's gonna have back-to-back big weeks, but I don't trust Xavier Worthy, so I'll go with Rashid Rice.
All right, back to you, Donnie, for the Snake. You got Arizona. They're on a bye, right? Yep.
Yes.
Sweet.
And then Chicago.
This actually isn't the worst because they are playing the Ravens. Their defense is pretty bad. But do I want to burn Caleb as my quarterback? Who just played a dog shit game against the Saints.
You got DeAndre Swift
gonna
as an
go-
option.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go DeAndre Swift. Honestly, as crazy as it probably is. I mean, I'll take Sweetness if he's playing.
I need some big picks here.
Need some big hitters
Oh,
here,
he's on IR.
Marshall. Pittsburgh again.
Not good.
Could be worse.
Green Bay. I'll go their defense. Give me Jordan Love being ass and having a terrible game.
That's what you're hoping
He's
for.
due. He's due for a couple picks.
Miami again.
Good Lord, can we stop? Can we stop? Who
Melvin
is their
Gordon's on the board.
Who is their backup tight end? That's what I'm going to check. Bro's got to get some
Pops
playing
up.
time.
Is that any of these motherfuckers?
Julian Hill.
I think no.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
Julian Hill? Is he even?
I'm not
in?
going Julian Hill. I
Okay, he's not
promise.
even available to pick, by the way.
Go to a Fins.
Is Jalen Waddle not playing or something?
Yes, give me Jalen Waddle.
Okay. And your
This
flex?
God damn it! Now
That's
Don't
my
remind me.
flex.
Yeah,
I'm
that's your
shocked.
flex.
I'm shocked he didn't go Jalen Waddle immediately. I mean, that's not bad.
That's not
Who
good.
delivers-
But who's
fucking-
throwing him the ball is the thing.
Fair enough.
This is bad.
All right, Donnie. Seattle's on a bye. Pittsburgh. Honestly, I know who I'm picking. No hesitation either.
Yeah, honestly, I think he's scored a lot.
I
of
want
points.
to use my flex here, but I'm not. I'm gonna go Rodgers in his revenge game.
Oh, I was going to
against
go Chris
the
Boswell.
I was also going Chris Boswell for your kicker, but I guess not.
He scored a lot of points recently.
Sometimes he's very spotty.
And you got
Plus,
Tennessee.
Can't go Nick Folk. Yes,
Can't go kicker here. Gotta go flex.
that's huge.
That is a
might
crazy
keep me.
pull.
That might keep me in the week.
It might. Realistically, you got two options here, Donnie.
Fuck, do I have two?
I-
Good
it's-
Lord.
Roughly two.
I'm thinking a combo or whatever the fuck his name is, a tight end. No. Calvin Ridley, I have him in fantasy in a league. Fuck no. Never. I hate that motherfucker. Monumer, however the fuck you say his name, he's not awful. I mean, I gotta go Tony Pollard, right? I don't fucking know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Who do the
I think you
Titans
just have
play?
to.
The Colts? Oh, sweet. Yeah, they're gonna get a lot of rushing opportunities. And fuck. God damn it.
All right, Marshall, your
I need the
final
greatest for the world.
final two picks, Marshall. You got a running back and a tight end available. New England Patriots.
It's kind of crazy that last week and this week. I mean, this week it wouldn't matter, but we haven't gotten Detroit on any spins.
Nope.
In Detroit now, I'd be pissed.
I don't want to go running back. Who's their tight end? Is it
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry? Is the starting one?
He's not bad.
Yeah, I'll go Hunter Henry. I don't
All
want
right.
to go. I need a big running back.
Marshall,
here.
I don't know if you're aware that Hunter Henry is the top 5 tight end right now in fantasy. I was hoping you would forget.
This is great. This is a great pick.
Chargers.
Amari and Hampton out. Najee Harris is out. I think Hassan Haskins also got injured.
It's a good thing he's not
It's Vidal.
custom
I
player.
It's Kamani Vidal.
Vidal. There we go. Custom player added, hopefully. All right. Well, it's going to be Melvin Gordon on the screen because it's not working. But
Yes, prime Melvin Gordon, dude. I'm fucking winning.
all right, Donnie,
Donnie's kicker.
and for your kicker, the Jets, Nick Folk.
No, it's not Nick Folk.
Was it,
It's Carlson, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's a kicker we know.
Did we
Which
know him?
surprisingly means the Jets are asked he's actually a good kicker. Like
Who's it?
fantasy wise.
Who's the kicker?
Actually, Justin Fields.
We actually have an issue.
What's the issue?
Nick Folk is the kicker for the Jets right now.
Who's the kicker for the Titans? I thought Nick Folk was the kicker for the Jets. Who's the kicker for the Titans?
We don't really have an issue. You just pick the Titans kicker.
Joey. I mean, you should get that, fucking bitch. Joey Sly.
You want to just respin for my kicker? I don't really give a fuck.
Sure.
Just do it. It's just a fucking kicker.
Chris Boswell.
No, you get Joey Sly. You get Joey Sly.
We'll do another spin.
Hey, you were the one that said Boswell has been playing good.
We'll do another spin.
Go ahead.
Houston's kicker. Who's
Okay.
Houston's kicker? Fairbairn? Fairbairn?
Is it Fairbairn?
Or is it Shane Graham?
We need to get up on our kickers.
No, we don't.
I kind of got like Matt Prater. It is Fairbairn.
Okay. So there's the teams.
I hope Fairbairn scores like 27 points. Like he scores like 100 field goals.
Oh man. Little little choppier than last week. It was a lot smoother last week for some reason. I don't know what the difference was.
Don't sleep on Melvin Gordon. Honestly, like he might actually have a crazy week.
With the old Chargers helmet.
Man, hey, comment below who you think is gonna win.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of the podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed. We are already almost halfway through the NFL season, which is crazy. Coming up on Halloween and the holiday seasons. Got holiday football, man. That's the best time of year. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next week. Peace.